In this problem, we have a triangle with side lengths of 5, x, and angles of 118 and 23. To solve for x, we're going to need the law of sines. So let me write that down. The law of sines states that if we have a sine of angle A divided by side length A, that is equal to sine of angle B divided by side B. And of course, you can also write the sine of equal to sine C divided by side C. But for the law of sines, you only need 2 sides and 2 angles. You don't need all 3 sides and 3 angles, although you can if you need to. But here, we're only dealing with 2 sides and 2 angles, so I'm just going to write this smaller form. Now, let's just fill in what A and B are. So, this little a and the little b, those are sides. I'm going to call x, I'm just going to call that A, and I'll call 5 B. And now for big A and big B, those are the angles that are opposite to those sides. So for this big A over here, that's going to be 118 degrees because that is opposite of side length x. And then for 5, if you look at the angle opposite to the side length of 5, what's that? It's 23 degrees. So now let me just fill in everything we know now. So we said that little a was just side x, and side B was just 5 units long. And to fill in the angles that are opposite to the sides. So opposite to 5 is 23 degrees. And opposite to x is 118 degrees. And now we can simplify this and solve for x. So first, I'm going to do sine of 23 divided by 5. If you go ahead and do that, you should get that it is equal to 0.0781. And then if you do the sine of 118 on a calculator, you should get that the sine of 118 is 0.883. And make sure your calculator is on degrees while you're doing this. If it's on radians, you might not get the right answer. So now, we need to solve for x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by x. And what that does is allow me to cancel the x in the denominator because you don't want x in the denominator. So now let me just clean this up. I'm just going to have 0.883 on this side. And then now I'm just going to have 0.0781 times x. So now I can just divide by 0.0781 on both sides to solve for x. So now just do that math on a calculator. So if you do 0.883 divided by 0.0781, you should get that x is equal to 11.30. So this is x, and that is our answer. Let me fill that in up here. So this was just 11.3.